filling out a tax return. In filling out a tax return, we are always going to start with the federal form. And the reason for that is, on the federal form, some of the information that is needed on the state form is already calculated. So if you look at this, here's our federal forms. Again, it says 1040 EZ. EZ is supposed to indicate that this is a pretty easy form for anybody to figure out. It's not that complicated, it's not that hard. Again, fill out the top part for homework and test assignments. You should have that top part filled out. Again, name, social security number. Again, please make up a social security number. I do not want your social security number. Make it up. Address. Okay, and that's about all that you need to fill in. Okay, don't worry too much about foreign country. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Again, you would be doing this only if you are living in a foreign country and filing as a U.S. citizen. Okay, and at that point, you may want to consider having somebody else do it, because now things get a little bit more complicated. Now it might be worth the $75. Okay, but if we take a look at the actual form, start with line 1. Okay, line 1 says wages, salaries, and gifts. This should be shown on box 1 of your W-2 form. Okay, so if I pull that W-2 form back up, it says look in box 1. There's box 1. There's your income. Now, when you're listing your income, the income amount here is $28,956.98. When you're listing your income, leave off the cents. Ignore them. Don't round, but just ignore them. So the amount that you should be entering in line 1 of that form is $28,956. We're ignoring the cent amount. Line 2 is taxable interest. And then there's a little note there that says if the total of your taxable interest is over $1,500, you can't use this form. Again, if you have money in a savings account at 0.5% APY, you have to have a lot of money in a savings account to earn over $1,500 a year. Okay, 0.5%, that's like 5 cents. Not even 0.5 cent on $100 a year. You don't get much interest in savings, right? Okay, so we're going to use that taxable interest. On your example, I give you the taxable interest. I will always give you the taxable interest. The taxable interest is what? In the example? $26.52. See that? Okay, so both the W-2, $26.52. Again, dropping off the 52 cents. $26.
Why would you have it now?
Okay, because on the state form, that's what they want you to do.
You have to know that.
That's their own problem. Because that's less than $1. Not good. You're trying to keep it simple. Okay, line 3, unemployment compensation and Alaska Permanent Fund dividends. Again, if you're filing for unemployment, you're going to know that. You're going to get a form from the government that says, here's how much in unemployment you've collected. If you're receiving a dividend from the Alaska Permanent Fund, again, you're going to know that. You're going to get a form that says this is how much. And all of the examples that we're going to do in class or on the test, that amount is going to be 0. Add lines 1 and 2 together, and 3. And we should come up with $28,982. Okay. Now, in the example, it says that we are filing as a single person. Okay, it's an example. Line 5 says if someone can claim you or your spouse, if you're filing as dependent, check the boxes below. If no one claims you as dependent, again, we're completing this as the example. So the example is an adult, they're 26, so they're not claimed as a dependent anymore. Then you can enter 10,400 if you're single, or 20,800 if you're married. This person is single, according to the example. So we're going to enter in 10,400. Subtract the 2. Did I go through there real quick? You take 28,982. Subtract 10,400. And you get what? 18,582. That's the taxable income. That's the amount of income that you're going to be taxed for. Okay, so it's different than the amount of income that you actually earn. They're saying this is how much we're going to tax you on. Line 7 says enter the federal income tax that was withheld, and you can find that on the W-2. If you look on the W-2, the amount of federal tax withheld was 3020. 3,020. Dropping off the cents amount. Line 8A. Ask for an earned income credit. It says see the instructions. And you should have on the back page now the instructions for that. It looks like this. Okay, so we have to go through all this. The first part says is determine how much income we're going to calculate. Okay, so you can read through all that. First one says enter the amount from 1040 EZ on line 1. Okay, so we can do that on line 1 of the 1040 EZ, just so you have this in your study guide so you can see this. It says 28,956. Line 2, enter any amount included on 1040 that is taxable scholarship or grants. There's nothing there. Performed while an inmate. Okay. Law-abiding citizen here, so there's no money that was earned while this person was in prison. For the pension or annuity, nothing there. Add everything up. Basically, we get that same number at the bottom. 28,956. We move on to step 2. It says, if your earned income is this amount less than 15,010? Not. So we get no credit. All right. Now that you know what this is, you can save yourself some time, right? Don't break to step 2. If your income is more than 1510 or 20,600 if you're doing it married, then you know there's no income credit. Okay, if there was, then you'd have to go on to the next page. There would be a table that you would find how much your credit would be, and you'd enter that amount. in this example, there is no earned income credit. Non-taxable combat pay, again, you're in the military and receiving combat pay that's non-taxable, you would know that, you would have that. Says enter everything up from line 7, 8A, 8B, for line 9. Line 10 is using to figure out how much tax should you have been paid. It says use the amount from line 6, so line 6 is our taxable income, and then using the tax table, and I've given you a tax table in your study guide. It looks like this. We have, and our taxable income is what? 18,582. So we have to go over, find the 18,000 category here. Let's zoom this in a little bit more. See it? 18,582 falls right here. Between 18,550 and 18,600. Married, or excuse me, single person. So the amount of tax that we should have paid is 2,320. Line 11 is healthcare that you're responsible for. Remember, according to the American Health Care Act, you're required to have health insurance. And if you don't have health insurance, you have to pay a penalty. We're going to assume that we have full year coverage. We have coverage. We're good. We meet that. So we're not going to pay any penalty. Add up 10 and 11. And now we got to figure out whether we're getting a refund or have to pay in. Remember, this, line 7, actually line 9, is the amount that we paid in, the amount that was taken off our check. This is the amount that we were supposed to owe. Are we getting money back, or are we have to pay it? We're getting money back, right? And it says here, line 9 is larger than 12, subtract. If it would be bigger, line 12 would be larger, and subtract the other way. So we're taking 9, subtracting 12 from 9, taking 9, subtract 12, and we get 700. Okay, so we're getting a refund of $700. For homework and test purposes, you don't have to worry about filling out 13D and D. This would just be all right. If I'm getting a refund and I want that directly deposited into an account, here's the account information. Okay, the routing number, the account number, whether it's a checking or savings account. Okay, if you don't fill this in, it just means that the IRS is going to send you a check. I will tell you that if you do direct deposit, you get it back faster than waiting for them to write you a check. You do have to sign down here at the bottom where it says your signature and then date. So you do that. Federal is done. Okay? How long would that take you if I didn't have it without me going through the plan? 5 minutes? Okay? Not really half done, but it didn't take that long. Okay, now we gotta do the same thing or fill out the state side. State form looks like this. Okay, it's a little bit more complex. Same thing, fill name on the top. Okay, you have to fill in your tax district. Okay, where you live, whether it be in a city, state, or a city, village, or town of, whatever. So you have to fill that in. There is a school district number. Again, you have to look up what that number is. But just doing a little bit of research, it's out there. It's not that hard. And then we can get into the actual tax part. Okay, the reason again why we do the federal first, if you look at line 1, it says right away, it says, what's your adjusted gross income? So it's not going to go through the calculations that you already did. It just says, all right, go to line 4 on the federal form and the 1040 EZ form and use that number. So the number that we used on the 1040 EZ form on line 4 was 28,982. And again, it just came from federal form. Number 2, if you're a parent, can claim you as a dependent, check here. So if you're filling out for yourself, you check there. For this example, we're not going to check there because they are not a dependent. Line 3 asks for a standard deduction. Okay, but if you check line 2, fill in the amount from the worksheet on the back. Okay, so there's a little bit more of a worksheet. For us in this example, we have to find the standard deduction table. Standard deduction table at the top. And we're looking for that 28,982 number. All's in right there. 28,500 to 29,000. Single. Our standard deduction is 87.25. Subtract. $57, okay. Line 5. Again, it says fill in 700. Zero. That's not right.
Yes.
2257. Yeah. 28,982 subtract 87.25. That's not 257. 20,257. You did it right here, Matt. You're just wrong place. Okay. Number 5 then, 700 if single, 14 if married. Again, we're single. Fill in 700. Subtract 5 from 4. $19,557. Okay, again, it's asking for the tax amount. Using the tax table. So you have to find that. You had 19,557. We've got to find the state. tax table. And the amount of tax is 935. Lines 8 and 9. Again, there's another worksheet that goes along with this to help you calculate this. I will give you this for assignment and test purposes. I'll give you that number. Okay? So either you're gonna have a number, you're gonna have a deduction, a credit. If you pay rent, you're gonna have a credit if you own. So either line 8A or line 8B will be filled in. After I did this, and again, I'll give you this number, put in 24. Okay, and maybe you want to make a note, I will give you that. So that you know that I'm going to give you that number. It'll be there. I'm trying to figure out where to come from. So let's skip down to line 10, says add everything up, 8A, 8B, and 9C. 24. Subtract 10 from 7. 911. Line 12, sales tax, and tax due on internet, mail order, or other out-of-state purchases. This is where, if you went to Minnesota, do school shopping, you should include the amount of tax you should have paid. Supposed to. Okay. I don't know if anybody does. But you're supposed to. We're gonna assume we didn't go shopping there, so there's nothing there. If you wanna donate some money to these charities, you can. I'm gonna assume that we're not going to. Bring our number down. Move over to the second page. The first line on the second page is just bringing that number over. Line 16 says Wisconsin income tax withheld. Again, we have to go back to our W2. $13.62 is withheld. Wisconsin allows you to amend a return. That means change. If you file and submit it, and it was like, oh, there were some errors. Here's where you put the errors. And we're doing this for the first time. So there is no amendment. Line 18 says add those two up. Ask for line 19, ask for the amended return. Again, we have no amendments. And then subtract 19 from 18. Again, line 15 is the amount we were supposed to pay. Line 20 is the amount that we did pay. So we have a refund coming. And we should have a refund coming of what amount? $451. Sounds right. sign it, date it. You're done. Okay? Now you notice how long it took us to do this.